So this video is going to be how to catch a Jezebel part 5. I put 3 and 4 together before I talk about it. I'm gonna probably hire somebody to do little jobs like this, just time-consuming jobs. This is not that hard, but it's just time-consuming. I got too many things and too many irons in the fire. And so I'll do a little bit at a time. I put these 2 mailboxes in last week or 2. How to catch a Jezebel part 5. I hate to skip part 4, but I included it last one. So here's my vision to work real hard on my side gig, save up. The guy said he'd do it for $1,800. I might get 3 quotes and do it cheaper. Put me a driveway right here for Airbnb driveway. That's a little minor vision, a micro vision inside the big vision. And so here's how you catch Jezebel. And if you're a man with no vision, go find another channel, because go find a vision and come back. Because if you don't have a vision of some kind, you need a Jezebel in your life. And she needs to cut you bad. She needs to cut you really bad so that you can be turned back into what your real calling is, so that you can get back into union with God and His Word. Without a vision, the people perish. Who sets the vision? The men. And if it's not the men, it's the Jezebel. Does your vision have to happen overnight? No. Cleaning that pathway, putting that fence up, putting that front on that, building that deck, building that walkway, putting that roof on. That didn't happen overnight. Summer before last, I put that whole roof on. And last summer, I built that walkway and that floating deck and all these fences. So this year, I'm working on the back deck and try to remodel the bathroom real quick. As soon as I get the bathroom remodeled, I'm done. And I might hire some plumbers to come in and do the plumbing. Get that knocked out. And the bathroom is going to be a walk-in shower. It's going to be the size of a tub, but it's going to be one of them walk-in showers. And the piece for the shower is just a flat piece, like a regular tub, but it's flat instead of a tub. If somebody wants to take a bath, they can go to a hotel room and get a bath. They can rent a hotel room once a month, take a bath. They'll get them a 40-gallon trash can and sit in it out in the back or something. Anyway, without a vision, the people perish. So the man sets the vision. If he don't have a vision, he's probably a mama's boy, and his mama's probably a Jezebel. And she took away his unction to be a man, So here's how you catch Jezebel. You have a vision. So Jezebel wants to get in the door, and you tell her about your vision. At first, she's all gung-ho. Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that idea. And then once you get locked in, so she thinks that you're locked in. And she locks you in with emotional drama, draconian trauma bond stuff. And so once she thinks she got you locked in, then she tries to flip your vision to her vision. Now, it would be okay if a woman had a vision and you had a vision, and you try to mesh the 2 visions and see where they mix. But if she doesn't want to come in and see what your vision is, and see what your long-term plan is and your goal and if she had a really good vision, she could actually work with you to help you get your vision, and then your vision can help her vision. Y'all can mesh 2 visions together. But if her reality is only her vision, and your vision is junk, to her, to you, it might be junk, but to you, it's your vision. You're not trying to be a trillionaire. You're just trying to be debt-free. And so she might be debt-free already and say, look, come over to my vision. Well, help me with my vision, and then I'll come over to your vision, because once my vision's done, we got some cash flow to do whatever we want, travel, whatever. Which once you travel a few places, you probably be tired. I know a pool guy, he said he's moving to Italy. He's going to move to Italy. I don't know why. Maybe his Social Security is so much money that if he moves to Italy, he pretty much lives like a king over there. Who knows? But he might move over there and get cancer or something. You never know. A lot of people, they think that they have a vision, but usually God keeps you in your same place for a reason. Now, here's what happens with a lot of Jezebels that try to get in and destroy your vision. They learned it from their mama or their sisters. And you're trying to break a stronghold. This is what you need to learn about Jezebel, in this culture especially. You're trying to break a generational stronghold that you can't break because they're not going to break it. They have to be willing to break it. They have to see it, that their mama was a Jezebel and their grandma was a queen bee Jezebel. Until they see that, until they're willing to walk away from that, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Until they're willing to walk away from the queen bee, worship me, upside down, mixed up system, you can't break them. They have to break it themselves. They think that they can implement their vision, but let's think about what Jezebel's doing. So she tries to yoke up with somebody who's strong in a vision, or just strong with work 2 or 3 jobs, whatever he has to do to get it done, right? And so she tries to get him to pull him off his calling, but he's too strong for her because he sees the game. He's already dealt with Jezebel his whole life, so he sees the game. He stepped away from the Jezebel game a long time ago. So what's she going to do? She's going to try to make him jealous with a drunk tard Tommy or an evil Eddie. And he's looking at that low frequency, low vibration situation, and he knows that's going to crash and burn. But she proved what she is. She might not be on the corner street walking, but she's cheated. So she's a cheater. So even if she does try to come back, she's wasted her time. So she's going to try to get somebody to submit to her vision, and it's usually somebody with money. But a lot of times they inherited that money from a Jezebel mama, so they're a Jezebel man. They have no vision, and so she wants to manipulate some dude to follow her vision, her little cube, her little box, her little hologram, her little fake reality bubble. And then eventually the man, he's going to scratch his head and say, and God might save him. He might get saved. There's a lot of men that get saved. I told you about that preacher who, he was in another place and he had to fly over, and the Jezebel, she looked good. She was under her mom. She had her daughter and her mama as her little reality bubble, and she wanted him to come in and fit in with the bloodline lie, the culture lie, and to be a little puppet to the wife, to the mother, and to the child. And he was just going to be a little puppet. And he took her back to his place. They went out to eat, got in the elevator or something. They started fighting and arguing because she saw that he was an independent dude. He might not have a lot of money, but she thought in her mind probably that I don't want to live this life, because her life, here's how Jezebel thinks. It's all about money. It's all about image, outward show. They want you to dress right, talk right, act right. They don't want you to be your genuine person, because they're not genuine. And everybody they hang around with, they try to impress, they're not real people. And so they're surrounded by fake people. They can't be real. They've never been real the whole life. So all they know is fake. Their mama's fake. Everybody in their family's fake, unless some of them got saved. And so they're living in a fake reality bubble that they want to pull you in away from your genuine. It's kind of like Moses. It's kind of like if Moses would have went into the promised land, right? Let's say, so Moses and all the Israelites are out in the wilderness in a tent, right? So they move into the promised land, and they marry some Gentile Jezebel, and she says, I want you to build me this nice wood house, and the yard has to be perfect all the time. and everything. And I want you to dress different, and I want you to think different, and I want you to get rid of that staff, Moses. He had his staff that represent. You look foolish with that staff, Moses. I don't want you to hold it, but that staff reminded him of God's pulled him through all the battles. And so she wants to get rid of Moses' staff and anything that reminds him of the struggle that he went through before he entered the promised land. And she hates those things, and she's going to end up with another fake person, and she's going to be running around trying to find genuine with other men, and she's going to have a bunch of flying monkeys, and she's going to drink herself to death, and she's just going to be miserable. If you forget who you are, see, Jezebel has to steal your identity. If you forget who you are, Jezebel wins. But if you keep a memory of your identity, who you are, she loses. And I'm not talking about who you are in your bloodline identity. I'm talking about who you are in Christ. I'm talking about who you are in Christ. Not your bloodline, not your culture, not your city, no matter where you're at. You can take a saved man and a saved woman, right? They live different cultures, but they're saved. He goes to see her. She goes to see him. She understands how he lives and how he thinks. And he understands how she thinks. And the two mesh together, and they create a whole new reality together. And so it starts a new thing. But he's still leading. But she's adapted to him. He's adapted to her. But she lets him take the lead and make the final decision.